Hello, and thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Carol Jenkins. The program is Black America, and today we have the honor of being joined by the world's celebrated artist, Faith Ringgold. Celebrated for a career that has lasted some 70 years. She is collecting awards now from the College Art Association, a Lifetime Achievement Honor from them, and the Medal of Honor from the National Arts Club, which says she has created a visual narrative that stands out in its power to move and to enchant. And congratulations, Faith, and thank you so much for being with us today.
You're welcome, and I'm very happy to be here.
Oh, my goodness. And this flourish of honors, my goodness. Everybody says, you know, Faith Ringgold, we love your work. And they've been saying that for so many years.
Well, can't deny it.
You can't deny it. Right. So I know that you were born in Harlem. We were talking a little bit about this. You're a Depression-era child, but you say that even though it was the Depression and you were in Harlem, you were not a poor family. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, I think we were brought up to, to take pride in the way we looked. I remember distinctly people not coming out in the street on Sunday if they weren't dressed.
Dressed up, right? That's
yeah,
what dressed,
I mean there was
Yeah.
no such thing, and people had a great deal of pride in the way they looked. Men bought clothes and showed them to their friends with pride, and would, be careful where they wore what. So the way people looked was exceedingly important. And, I guess the way they acted too was.
Right. So you didn't have the sense of being impoverished or deprived.
Absolutely not.
As a child.
No, that was not something that people thought they were. No.
Now you were disputing me with my 70-year career figure. I mean, that's your public career. People have known your artwork for 70 years, but you say that you started as an artist when you were a toddler. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, well, I will say that because I think it's exceedingly important for children to have art when they're very, very little. It's the one thing they can do all their life, just about. They might, however, decide to stop doing it, but they can do it very, very early. If they have it in school and or have it at home. However, if they're not having art in school, that's problematic. And I'm very upset about that.
Right. These days, it's one of the things that gets cut from the curriculum.
Absolutely. Because if they don't have it when they're little children in school, they may drop it.
Right.
And then they cannot pick it back up. It's just not going to be something. It's like learning how to sing when you're, 50 years old, 60.
Exactly.
It's
and you were how old? You were what, 2, 3, 4?
I got asthma when I was 2 years old. My mother went to Atlantic City with my father. They took a tiny little vacation, left me and my brother and sister with friends, and I got asthma.
Right.
And they had to rush right back home.
So then you weren't able to go to school regularly.
No.
And the thing that complemented that filled up that activity was your art. Your
Absolutely.
supplies.
And the doctor did not want me to go to school on a regular basis because I would get diseases.
Sure.
Those popular diseases that the children used to get in those days that there were very little cures for.
Exactly.
And
unlike all of the vaccines, et cetera, that we have now.
Absolutely.
So it was a dangerous time.
It was very dangerous.
To be a child.
And I do remember once, so I spent a lot of time away from school, but my mother homeschooled me. And she would go to school, get my lessons, bring them back, and I would go maybe, 2 weeks out of 4, something
Wow.
like that.
Right.
You know, they were very careful about me.
Sure.
And my mother would pay a lot of attention, make sure I had my art and I had my lessons. And the kids used to say when I would go to school, they'd say, "Oh, now who are you? How come you come in all of a sudden?"
I know. You could have said, I'm the world famous artist, Faith Ringgold. One day I'm going to be celebrated all over the world and
Isn't
have
that
my
interesting?
art in all the major museums and
So
galleries.
all the
That's what-
kids did art.
That's what you. That's
And
what you could have said.
and when I went, I was the class muralist. They would put these big oak tags on the wall,
Right.
and I would paint these big pictures, and the teacher would tell me, you know, what the holiday was and what we should be celebrating, and I got that
And-
advantage. That's very interesting.
And now you have huge murals in this country and elsewhere.
That's true,
I
too.
think of you as our Diego Rivera. You know,
Stop
you've
it.
done these major things in California and elsewhere, huge murals.
Oh,
and it
right.
started in elementary school. Now
Yes,
we
it
know-
did.
Now we know that.
Yes, it did. And my mother,
Yeah.
now my mother
Yeah.
would have told you that she wasn't thinking about me being an artist. She thought that art was wonderful because she was artistic. My mother was a fashion designer.
Right.
So she wanted me to do art. She wanted me to have a good life. She wanted me to feel comfortable in school without the other children. So the art came in. But she didn't really want me to be an artist. I was told from the time I was a very little girl that I was going to go to college when I grew up.
And you managed to do
And
that.
I did
And s-
manage to get.
And you're one of ours at City College. You're-
Because I just ran down the street.
you live near.
And I saw, you know what, Carol? Now this I have to tell you. I saw all these boys pouring up out of the subway
Right.
on 145th Street and St. Nicholas Avenue, up the hill to 145th Street and Convent,
Right.
and down. I had seen these boys doing this, and I said, "Who are those boys? Where are they going?" And my mother says, "They're going to City College." So I said, "Well, maybe that's the school I'm going to. Is that where I'm going?" She said, "You want to go to City College? Yes, it's close."
Well, wasn't there a hitch though that girls were not allowed?
Absolutely.
And so so even though you saw, that's why you saw all those boys coming out of the subway. Girls were not
But you know
allowed.
something?
Yeah.
I was brought up to let nothing get in your way.
And so you managed to talk your way.
I didn't
into-
think about
Right.
that they were all boys.
Right.
Not only were they all boys, they were all white boys.
Exactly. So you are now
Gotta
a
deal with that.
black girl that talked your way into City College. You did it by studying education, art education.
That's right. I
That's-
did it by.
And then got your master's and all of that.
That's
Now,
right.
there are a couple of great stories of you with Romy Bearden, the world famous artist. You know, when you were becoming a serious artist and you
Right.
thought, I'm going to be an artist, and you showed it to him, and he said, you're not quite ready yet.
Yes, yes, yeah. Well, that was typical that artists like him would look at artists like me and decide that we needed some training.
Right.
He would assume that I had not been to college. He was wrong.
Oh, so you're saying there was a little bit of chauvinism there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. And
He
now
was-
Amiri Baraka, though,
Amiri Baraka was just the opposite. He reviewed my first show. He was fabulous.
and that
Brilliant
was,
man.
that was in the beginning of the Black Arts movement of the 60s, and
There
you
you
were, you were right there.
That's
now,
right.
in fact, even getting arrested for protesting that black artists were not being shown at the Whitney specifically, but at all of the museums. So where did that activism, and you're a feminist too in the days before it was really cool to be a feminist. How do you think you got to that point?
What, you think it wasn't cool to be a feminist? Oh, well, yes, I think you might be right. Yeah. The idea was I was supposed to be working for the boys, for the African American men to get ahead, not for women.
Right.
And I was doing that in the beginning
Right.
until we demonstrated at the Museum of Modern Art. And who got the show?
The boys.
How about it?
The boys.
How about it?
Right.
So I said, now, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. Here we are down here, women, me, my daughters,
Right.
and
Michelle and Barbara, right?
Michelle and Barbara, and,
Yeah.
and we're demonstrating all outside and inside and everything. And when they call in the artists who've been demonstrating, the Art Students League,
Right.
not Art Students League, the Art, I forgot the name of the
Yeah, sure.
organization. But when they call in all the people to sit around the table and talk with the director, they don't call us.
Right.
They call the guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And when they give somebody a show, they give them the show.
Yeah.
Not, I said, something is wrong with this.
Something was
This
definitely-
is very silly
Right.
that I am standing up for people who are not women, and they're all men, and I'm just here giving my soul and getting no freedom out of it.
Yeah, and you worked.
That's not smart.
I know, and you worked very, very hard. I think,
Yes.
and you've written of how difficult it was being a woman artist,
Yes,
being
indeed.
a black woman
Yeah.
artist during all of that.
Excuse me, it still is.
It still is. But I think you're doing really well. Now,
well,
listen,
because I'm determined not to stop.
right. Well, at 86, you shouldn't. You're
Yeah,
young
it's
and
too late to
still-
stop.
too late to stop. And creating. I want to talk about your American People series because even though you were protesting at MoMA and the Whitney and all because they were not including, MoMA bought this piece of yours and had a
Sure did.
huge. Here you can look on the screen there.
Oh my
and
God,
see
it took
this
50 years, but that's okay.
50 years. So this was,
I did this in 1967.
and they finally bought it and finally had a big party around it and celebrated you.
right.
So
And I can't think of a place I'd rather it be.
then MoMA,
I'm
right?
sorry, I have to say that.
Yes.
It took 50 years.
50 years.
67 to now is
Sure.
50 years, right?
So tell us a little
But,
bit about this. So there are some who said that at the time that you painted this, it might have been too violent or too edgy. What do you think? I know that you started out painting flowers and beautiful sunsets.
I did, but then I have always been trying to paint my story. Now, in this particular case here, we used to go to MoMA. I used to take my daughters there all the time to look at Picasso's painting Guernica.
Ah,
They had a room for it, and I loved that painting. It was
I see
wonderful art. It was just wonderful art.
I do see
And,
it in this work of yours.
Yes,
I-
and you see it in there because I was inspired by it. I was inspired by Guernica, and I used to go there and take my daughters, and we would be all over the Museum of Modern Art.
Right. So this is the picture of violence of white against black.
So when 1976 came, and 1976 came, and I wanted to go to Africa. It was very important to be going to Africa at that time. There was charter planes taking African Americans to Africa very inexpensively. And I asked, he was the director of the Howard University.
of Howard University, and you
What's
had
his
a
name?
charter, right?
What's his name? He controlled
Right.
the who would go and who wouldn't.
Right.
And I wanted to go.
Yeah.
We're talking 1976. We're talking 19. Oh no, we're talking 1966. Excuse me.
which would make it even more, and make it earlier, and make it
Right.
make sense that it was a charter plane. Yeah.
1967.
Right.
The chairman of
Of
Howard University. What
Right.
was his name?
Oh well, you and
I
I
can't
are gonna,
remember his name.
You and I are not going to be able to come up
No.
with that. Now.
Okay, no, I got it on the tip of my tongue.
But you went to Africa.
No, but he didn't take me.
Yeah.
He said I wasn't ready to go. He said I didn't have any rhythm in my art.
Huh.
My art
So
didn't have rhythm.
Here's another male making comments about.
So I said, now he's going to decide what my art looks like. So I will show him, listen, I'm college educated. I'm not, I'm not just somebody that's out there doing a little something. I said, I know how to put rhythm in my art. I don't have it there if I don't want it there.
Right.
So what I gave you wasn't using rhythm. But you want to see rhythm?
And that was rhythm.
There it is. And I did that piece for him.
Ah, that's great.
I did it for him, but he still didn't take me.
Right, but you got a fabulous piece of artwork, and 50 years later, you
Didn't
have a
he?
major victory.
Yes, I did. Is that
Listen,
interesting?
I want to talk to you about your quilt work, because you talk about telling your story, and this is where people have gotten to know you probably most by this fantastic quilt work. And I was shocked to realize that you first came upon this idea in Amsterdam, and it was a Nepalese influence that brought you to this. And these panels with the wonderful fabric around it. One of them was "Who's Afraid of Aunt Jemima?" Was a piece that we're looking at now, which is Justin.
This was my first.
Your very first.
No. It's not my first quilt, but it was my first quilt that I wrote on.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So you're writing the story.
Yes, I am.
Because you really.
I did this with my mother.
Your mom, right? I saw pictures of of you two working together. So you're not only a visual artist, but you write as well, because you give the full story, which is what I love about your contribution to the art world, is that you're telling your life story and the stories of of others. There was the Flag series, which I think is very, very important as well. Where I think one of the titles, "The Flag is Bleeding."
Yes.
Talk to us about.
Well, I
about
think
that.
it might be doing a little bleeding right now.
Maybe you have a new series in the works.
Oh
That-
my God, please.
I know. Well,
Oh, how awful.
right. Well, I know that you were impacted by so many of the world events. I know.
Well, yes, I am going to behave. I am going to.
I think that's an
behave.
exaggeration.
I definitely.
You're not going to behave.
Well, actually, no, I'm not. No,
I have a feeling you're not going to be a behavior.
no, but I tell you, a period like this inspires me to tell my story. And I just don't want bad stories to tell, especially not for children.
Right. And let's talk about your children's work. 19 books for children. Tar Beach was the first that, was an award winner.
And they just sprung it on me.
Yes.
Tar Beach. Amazing, I wasn't even thinking about making a book. I wasn't thinking about it. Isn't that something?
I know.
To just be sitting there and not actually thinking about it. I was having a show, and my dealer at that time,
yes.
Bernice Steinbaum,
Right.
said, "Look, you should make an art. You should make some art that we can show for your show that's coming up."
Right.
Because a dealer likes to show off some work, and to get the show over. Right. So I want you to make some work that is going to be interesting for people to look at to make the show.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
And so I said, you know what I'm
groundbreaking.
gonna do?
Yeah.
I am going to make a quilt. I made the quilt before I made the book. I'm going to make a quilt, and I'm going to have it be up on the roof. It's going to be all of us up on the roof, because that's what we used to do back in the day.
Sure.
We used to go up on the roof, and we used to have our lunch, and we used to watch the people up and down the street. And it was wonderful.
And
So I think I'll use that. Actually, I didn't know it was called Tar Beach.
uh-huh.
My husband told me that because he lived right up the street. Is that interesting? He lived right up the street.
Right.
And I said, what did we used to call those roofs that we used to go? He said, Tar Beach.
Right.
And I said, oh my God.
Well, this book,
Because, you know, nobody had air conditioning.
I know, but this book won Caldecott Awards. The Coretta Scott King Award has, been reprinted a zillion times.
That's right.
And now
It is.
I know that you're.
Just had its 25th anniversary.
25 years. Now, I was reading, Judith Lieber has a show opening at the Museum of Arts and Design, and she collaborated with you on handbags. Judith Lieber,
Judith Lieber, yes.
right, is the one who has the fabulously
Yes,
intricate,
yes.
mostly tiny
Yes.
handbags, and she said that you were a collaborator
Yes, indeed.
of hers.
Judith Lieber did these fantastic handbags, and she works in one material and I work in another.
Right.
So yeah, that's kind of nice to do. Yes, absolutely.
And what plans do you have? What things are you working on now? I know you have your studio in your home.
I'm working on my game.
Oh,
Quilt to Duco.
right. We're going to put
Yes.
that up because
Yes,
I'm.
Quilt to Duco. It is something that inspired me from playing Sudoku.
Right.
But Sudoku is just numbers and colors. No colors, excuse me.
Just numbers.
Just black and white, just numbers.
Right.
And I played it and played it and played it. And then I said, I think this would make an interesting design combination. 9, instead of just 9 numbers, I'll have 9 colors and 9 images, because I love doing designs. I love designs.
Right.
And I had wonderful teachers at City College. I had fabulous teachers at City College. Now, mind you, they never taught me anything about illustration of books. No.
Right.
In fact, they said that illustration was not art. They said
Did they
that.
really?
Well, they're gone now. But that's what they said. But
Well,
did
you've had-
they ever teach me the designs from all over the world?
Right.
City College was it. And
now you've brought it to
now I have taken that knowledge
and made it
of
an app.
of design from all over the world, Africa, Asia, Egypt, wherever,
Right.
which was opened up to me, to my teachers at City College.
And now you've turned that for the next generations, or for, well, I guess you're playing it every day. Quilt Duco is.
Quilt to Duco. Quilt to Duco.
So be sure to download that when you go.
Yeah, you gotta have
So-
Quilt to Duco.
Oh, she's got traveling with her cards as well, that as any fine artist.
Yeah.
How often are you working in your studio now?
Oh my goodness. I am working, generally speaking, I get up around 6 in the morning, 5, 6. Go upstairs, work till at least something like 12. Not every day now.
Yeah, but
mostly every day.
Right, that's a big.
When I'm not doing my taxes, different stuff like that.
Right. But
I like to work every day.
every day.
And then the writing happens in the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
In the evening.
Well, you are a marvel and an inspiration, and thank you so much for. We always ask our guests to finish the statement: "The power, the strength of Black America lies in." What's that for you?
The power of Black Americans is determination.
Determination.
Never to stop trying.
And
Never.
And you are the perfect example of,
Well, I try.
of someone who produced phenomenally for those.
I try very hard because so many people have inspired me from the time I was a little child. All those wonderful people who have created great music, dance, theater, writing. I just take off my hats to all of them because I am very, very proud of who I am. I am very proud of who I am. Absolutely.
You should be, because you have earned it. You have created a wonderful body of work, and still every day now in your studio.
Yes.
Art in the morning, writing in the afternoon.
Yes.
You've taught for many, many years, have provided a great wealth of art
And
for
so
children.
many other people who were examples. How many people? I mean, I go back to the period in on the television. I have to bring it to me because you were there,
Right,
right?
right. I was there.
You were there. Oh my God, that was so wonderful.
Well, those were the days, and
Are any of those programs gone forever?
no, some they live in the ether somewhere, I do believe. But we should probably create something like you've done. You'll have to let us use your artistic talent.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, we'll get together and do that.
Faith Ringgold, my
All right.
thanks to you for coming in today.
All right.
We appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
And thanks to you all out there, too, for being with us. I'm Carol Jenkins. The program is Black America, and we will see you the next time.